Case Study, Parental Apathy, EDL 856, School Community Relations, Intercession, 2013. Lori Navarro. Category 1, Problem Identification and Analysis. What I know. The principal, not very encouraging and supportive of my ideas for parent-community involvement. Does not have an open and responsive attitude toward opportunities for school community relations and parent collaboration. Doesn't share the same support and vision as myself. Has made it very clear that he will not approve any type of PTA or PTO. Is basing his attitude and decisions on a sense rather than on factual information. Okay. Case Study, Parental Apathy, EDL 856, School Community Relations, Intercession, 2013. Lori Navarro. Category 1, Problem Identification and Analysis. What I know. The principal, not very encouraging and supportive of my ideas for parent-community involvement. Does not have an open and responsive attitude toward opportunities for school community relations and parent collaboration. Doesn't share the same support and vision as myself. Has made it very clear that he will not approve any type of PTA or PTO. Is basing his attitude and decisions on a sense rather than factual information. What I know, Mrs. Rose, a new assistant principal in her first year, realizes that her school has very minimal contact or involvement with parents, knows the importance of having a comprehensive program with parental and community involvement, is seeking encouragement and support from her principal, who half-heartedly agreed to schedule a meeting with the parents to discuss parent involvement. After sending letters home to parents, only 8 parents were in attendance. Category 1, Problem Identification and Analysis. What I need to know. Do we have a communications professional or facilitator to assist me? Was the letter written in a way that all our parents could read and understand it? Did the students share the letter with their parents? Will the parents become discouraged with involvement if I cancel the meeting because of a small number of responses? Has my school done everything possible to make our parents feel useful, appreciated, and welcomed? Does my principal know that parent and community involvement is crucial for student learning? The problem. The principal's support for parent involvement has to be the central factor in order to have success in developing meaningful parent connections. John F. Kennedy School needs a facilitator or communications professional to help their school to plan, implement, and evaluate school, family, and community partnership programs. I need to have my principal's encouragement and support in order for me to be successful in my attempt to have a PTA or PTO. Only 8 parents showed up to the meeting. The students should have been asked for parent signatures and given an incentive for bringing them back. The school lost some parents and groups they had in the past. Category 2, Proposed Plan of Action and Implementation. Plan of Action. As a building administrator, I would welcome these 8 parents. I would find a way to encourage, motivate, educate, and reinforce the positive relationships that once existed in my school through an action plan team. I would also start sending out school monthly newsletters to inform the parents of all the exciting things happening in our schools and how they can become a part of it. I would continue to visit with my principal and encourage him to allow me to continue organizing parent involvement and building relationships with parents and community. I will collect data and provide him with perception surveys as a reason to continue making strong efforts to encourage parent participation. Category 2, Proposed Plan of Action and Implementation. Plan of Action. I would also create a school parent workshop that focuses on bringing parents, teachers, students, and community together to improve students' learning and achievement levels. Category 3, Resolving Issues Based on Success of All Students. What is best for the student? An effective leader promotes the success of every student by partnering with the students' families and communities to support school improvement efforts and student success. For this case study, it is important for me to build and sustain productive and positive relationships with families and community members in order to help students achieve higher levels of success. I would not dismiss or take for granted the parents who have attended the meeting. I would value their viewpoints, concerns, and ideas. Given the poor turnout, it is important to educate our students on the importance of parent involvement and encourage them to visit with their parents about getting involved. More positive adult support for students and their education. Category 4, debriefing and reflecting. Thinking. As I was completing this case study, I was thinking that many of the schools in our district no longer have strong or even existing PTAs or PTOs, just like John F. Kennedy School. The most popular reason is that due to our high Hispanic population, the Hispanic community and parents don't want to get involved. That got me thinking about the poor job that we at John F. Kennedy School has done in communicating with our parents. We could remedy this by showing and demonstrating to them that their involvement is important to us and their children. Maybe the reason that very little parents responded to the letter was not that they didn't know want to get involved, but because they don't know how. That's what I need to continue to work hard at, partnering up with families and communities to create a more challenging, supporting, and responsive learning environment for both the parents and the students. Category 4, debriefing and reflecting. Feelings and valuing. I was feeling bad for all our parents. I believe that there are a lot of parents who want to be involved in all aspects of their child's education. However, we haven't done our job by making them feel useful, appreciated, or welcomed. My principal sensed that parents did not want to get involved, but the parents probably sensed his negative attitude and behavior. Maybe the reason we had lost all our parent participation from previous years was because he didn't value their efforts and hard work. I value our students and how they feel when their parents are not present at school at events and activities. We have to encourage parents and community members to value our children and make them aware that someone is doing something special for them. I value the need of a team effort to help meet the needs of the students. Category 4, debriefing and reflecting. Unresolved issues. My principal doesn't have the support and vision that I have for parent involvement in our schools. He is reluctant to have a PTA or PTO, and he shows very little interest and support in my efforts for school community collaborations and parent involvement. Only 8 parents showed up for the meeting, and this concerns me. I don't know how much our school has done to communicate with our parents and whether I can promote additional involvement. Last, the principal has to have the right attitude and support for me. He needs to show our parents that he is creating a challenging and supportive learning environment for all our children at our school. Category 5, reflecting on Standard 4, Component 1. A building level administrator collaborates with faculty and community members by building and sustaining positive and productive relationships with families and community members. I should feel accomplished because I convinced the principal to have a parent meeting to address parent participation, shared my concerns with parents and listened to their concerns, ideas, and viewpoints, developed a plan of action to help facilitate and encourage parent participation, positive relationships, and active involvement in school, began sending homeschool newsletters to keep parents informed. Category 5, reflecting on Standard 4, Component 2. A building level administrator responds and appreciates diverse community interests and needs on an ongoing basis by collecting and analyzing data and information pertinent to the educational environment. I should feel accomplished because I felt parents were attentive and showed interest in what I had to say, created a school parent workshop where all parents, community members, and students can come together and help improve student achievement levels and school morale, was persistent at convincing my principal of the importance of parent involvement by providing him with positive data and information. Category 5, reflecting on Standard 4, Component 3. A building-level administrator mobilizes community resources to address and help solve problems in a way that supports the school by sustaining and building productive relationships with community partners. I should feel accomplished because I partnered with the student families and communities to help school improvement efforts and student success, educated our students on the importance of parent involvement so they could get their parents involved, built positive and productive relationships with families and community members.